Ladies and gentlemen, things are getting serious here at Newcastle. It's the Champions League semi-final today. I did play a semi-final since you were last here, though. And that semi-final was against Hull City of the Championship. Yeah, in the FA Cup, they went on a miracle run. We crushed their hopes and dreams. The Disney movie that they were planning to write about them winning the cup, it's not happening. Football's not heading home to Humberside. And, we are in the final, where we are going to be taking on Crystal Palace. Yes, I did think that we'd end up playing Everton, who had been really good this year. They bottled it on penalties. So Crystal Palace, who, of course, won the FA Cup in real life against the reigning English champions, are going to be looking to beat us as the reigning English champions in the final this year. Let's hope it doesn't reflect reality in this save game. Today we are doing both legs against Leipzig in the cup. Of course, we are heading for 7 trophies this year. That is the aim. Can we get a step closer today? Let's run the intro and find out, shall we? Yes, folks, how is it going? And a warm welcome back. Welcome back to the Journey Manager. It's episode number 85, would you believe? And to end the Friday and start this episode, I did just want to start with a bit of a thank you for the support on this series. It's really humbling that you guys are still watching this series so long into this FM24 live cycle. You might be able to feel it in my voice and in recent episodes. We are approaching the end of this save game. I think realistically, regardless of what we do or don't win come the end of this season, I think the Journey Manager's done, isn't it? We wanted to win the Premier League. Having won the Premier League, the viewership has dropped off. But for those of you that are watching the content on the regular and on the daily, can I say a big thank you? Obviously, when FM24 was cancelled, there was lots of panic, lots of worry about, as a content creator, crap, what do I do for another 10 months? But your support on both this save game, the Wanderers save game as well, really has meant the world to me and made this kind of period of uncertainty that little bit better. Of course, hopefully is going to be a light at the end of the tunnel soon. We're starting to get some FM26 news, and my intention is, when this series wraps up, to continue doing some videos on the channel, but I'm not going to continue to do the daily midday videos. I'm going to experiment a little bit more. I've played a lot of this Football Manager, and I would like a little bit of a break before we play the next one. On that note, I will say, if there's any content you'd like to see me do in the next month, I'd love to know your thoughts down below. Do I get draft mode going with some other content creators? Would you like to see some rebuilds? Would you like to see some experiments? I'm open to anything at this point, or even some tactical breakdowns. If you'd like to see me review, for example, my league tactic that I used in the League Network game, maybe that's something we can do as well in the next month, because we are going to have some time to fill. Anyway, now that I've padded this episode with 2 minutes of thank yous and stuff, and just to reiterate, thank you so much, I really appreciate it. Since you were last here, there were also 2 league games. The first, a 4-0 win against Middlesbrough. Fully rotated team here, played superbly. Not just once, but twice. Look at this. We hammered Nottingham Forest 7-0. And I'll be honest, Falata get a hat-trick in this game and continuing to improve based on his recent performances in the Champions League. And this could be really, really controversial going into the semi-finals. I'm starting him up front over Jean-Marie Evrard. Have I lost the plot? Let me compare the 2 players quickly. Have I lost the plot? Maybe slightly. But Falata's in form, and I'll be honest, Evrard really is not in form. Now, if we do look at the Champions League, you can see here in the Media Dream 11, Pentke is in the Media Dream 11, and he is Leipzig's main man. This guy at 24 years old looks absolutely terrifying, but he hates important matches. Maybe that can work out in our favour. Just looking at the rest of their team, by the way, they have got lots of other talent as well. Zanon here at 27 years old is a phenomenal defensive midfielder, or rather centre mid. They've also got Philip here, the right mid, who is very, very bloody good too. Look at those physicals. It'd be easy to look at the fact that Leipzig are going to finish probably 3rd, 4th, or maybe even 5th in the Bundesliga and think they're not very good. No, they are very, very good. We've got to be good today. Now, I already mentioned that Falata is starting up top. In terms of the rest of the team, we are just about at full strength. Faye still coming back from his twisted ankle, but no fitness test required. Has to start a game as big as this one. First leg at home is a great chance to hopefully give ourselves an advantage, a bit of breathing room going into that second game. The only player missing, of course, is Ma. Broke his ankle, still out for a number of weeks and months. I don't even think he's going to be back come the end of the year. So it is going to be Ollison playing in that roaming playmaker role, which, to be honest, he's really well adept to play. We know on Monday, at the very least, there will be an FA Cup to wrap up the series before we do a little bit of a retrospective. I'd love there to be a Champions League final as well. I want to see Mark playing in the Champions League final, if at all possible. You can see the team that we have for today's game. This is a strong 11. Okay, into this game we march. I feel like we have to make the most of the home advantage in the first leg. I don't know about you guys. I feel like it's an advantage to be at home for the second leg. I feel like there's that comeback potential, although hopefully we won't need the comeback potential because we'll be ahead after the first leg. Faye scores. It's an absolute calamity by them. I mean, on the one hand, I feel a bit dirty celebrating it. On the other, Spike Brits had his own moment that wasn't dissimilar to that, didn't he, in a previous round. So maybe I should make the most of what it is. It's a great goal. Sousa with the assist. We're a goal up. And, I mean, in terms of start to the first 10 minutes, I'm certainly not going to complain about this. Faye over a corner. The goal scorer. Could he turn provider? Marco hits the crossbar. Blasco heads away. That was one hell of an opportunity. I mean, we are going to look to, well, I was going to say keep it alive. We're not going to keep it alive. The woodwork is still shaking. We look on top in this game. Oh, my word. He has flown in from behind there. Daddario is down in a heap. He could be seriously injured. It's a red card for Hugo Sanchez. Leipzig down a man. They've switched to this narrow system. I feel like with that in mind, we now need to be looking to play slightly wider, getting the ball into those wider areas, focus the play down them. Our fullbacks should have a field day here. And well, I'm going to hope that we can press home a man advantage, which we're going to have for over an hour in this game. I'll tell you what, if we don't win from here, it's a bottling. Of course, Man City beat Leipzig 4-0 in their first leg at the Etihad. They then lost away from home. Was it 6-1 to go out 6-5 on aggregate? We saw that last episode. We need to heed that warning, but at the same time, we want to pump them and score a load of goals here. I feel like for the audio listeners, that's not apparent what's happened there. We've just scored. Daddario cutting in from the right-hand side, using that width, played it back to Faye, and can you tell I'm getting a bit excited? The voice cracks are out in force. So are the goals. The Frenchman has 2. Look at the ratings for the front three. As I say, that Kelechi goes from a 6.9 to a 7. Just ignore that. He's going to get his rating back up here. Mastalone whips it in. Faye's on for a hat-trick, by the way. Not sure we can expect the 5-foot winger to win a header, but right now we are keeping them penned back and getting the ball into some dangerous areas. Mastalone cutting inside. The left-back pulls it across. It's headed away, only as far as Falata. There's a VAR check here. The linesman hasn't flagged. Are we about to go 3-0 up in the first half here? I was expecting jeopardy. I was expecting panic. And I'm not feeling any of that right now. We are 3-0 up in this game. It wasn't the prettiest of goals, but that does not matter to us. Ollison's ball here was delightful. Mastalone opened up a really nice channel with his positioning. Ball was pulled back. Half cleared away. Falata nods it in to keep his sensational goal-scoring run in the Champions League going. He's been so good this year in this competition, and, well, there's another highlight immediately. Surely not. Surely not. Like I said, Man City won 4-0 against Leipzig, then lost the second leg, so I'm not going to take anything for granted. I'm going to learn from Pep Guardiola's mistakes, or rather Vincent Kompany's mistakes in this universe. He is the Man City manager. Daddario crosses it in. We've scored another. We've scored another. It's Falata again. It's Daddario. And when they had that sending off, they switched to kind of a 4-1-2-1-1. The 4-4-2 diamond, but with one striker. I told the team, play wider, use the wing-backs. The wing-backs are being used here, and they are having a jolly good time. I will say that defending is absolutely shocking there. I mean, on the one hand, we've been great. On the other hand, with a 2.74 XG to have 4 goals, maybe the scoreline does flatter us a little, but look, we can only beat the team put in front of us. The sending off, I think, has made this task a little bit easier, but I feel like we've just got to keep our foot on the accelerator here, keep pushing, keep going, try and hurt them a lot. You can see they're still playing this narrow system, which I just think is a stupid idea against a team such as ours. Oh my word, they've thrown the ball straight to us. Falata got a little bit flat-footed there, but you might still get some more opportunities. Of course, he is now on for a hat-trick, as is Faye. Maiga, ball played in behind, but won nicely by our defence. I'll tell you what, Amador, I've not said his name a lot. We signed him, obviously, from Liverpool. He was their captain. He has been so good for us at centre-back. He's really good at carrying the ball. Just like this, that should have been another goal. Falata, goal at his mercy, missed the target. You know what? We're having one of those games where everyone's playing so well, but I almost just want to make changes for the sake of it. You know what? Velhusa, on you come. Big Daddy's going to move across to play roaming playmaker. Elsewhere, Junjun Huan in for Kelechi. And you know what? I'm going to bring in Sauer as well through the middle. Just fresh legs into the team. They're down a man. We're making them run a lot. I want to make them run some more if we can. Vogt on the near side. Try and inspire a comeback. Imagine if they get one back. That was scary. It's got to cross the 6-yard box. But I think there was an offside in there. Leipzig have only had one shot on target. They're looking for another one here. It's a free kick. It's Penke over it. Their star man, he hits it. And that is not on target. And now we have a set piece of our own. Faye whips in. Amador hits the woodwork. You forget, we've now hit the woodwork twice in this game. It could be 6-0 on another day. We've been sensational in this one so far. I feel like we should be pushing for more of an advantage. You know what? Go more attacking. Instructions. Press even higher. Get stuck in. Come on. Let's have a little bit of a ruffling up if we can of them here. Let's get them battered and bruised. Since we scored our 4th goal, we've been a bit quieter in this second half. Maybe a degree of complacency setting in. I mentioned the fact that Man City won the first leg against Leipzig 4-0 and managed to lose 6-5 on aggregate. We saw that last episode. I'm still very wary of that. So a goal here for Falata. He's on for a hat-trick. Finish it! I hope we don't live to regret that. You look at the scoreline and it comes across as sarcasm, but it's really not, because this Leipzig team can score goals. We should have scored more here. We've had some golden opportunities, not taken them. There's 2 minutes left. Could we get one? We've hit the post again. We've hit the post. It could be 7-0. It could genuinely be 7-0. It's 4-0 on the night, and I should be delighted. I just noticed here, their goalie got injured as well. Uatara for them is injured. I hope he's out for a little while. Obviously, I can say that because he's not a real player. If it's a real person, I'd never say that. I actually wouldn't. That's horrible. Injury worry for Uatara. What was the injury? Where was the injury? We don't know what it was yet. Oh, a broken hand. Now, I'm not an expert. I don't think a goalie can play with a broken hand. Faye man of the match, by the way. And yeah, a broken hand when we're playing them in a matter of 1 week. Less than ideal if you're Leipzig. We've got Chelsea in the intermission. Ordinarily, that would be a massive game in our season. And in fact, our next 3 games are against Chelsea, Everton and Manchester United. What a weird situation to be where those games simply do not matter. We're coming back for the semi-final second leg. We can't bottle it from here, can we? You know what I love to see? Me playing a B team against Chelsea away, a game where I started Mark. Admittedly, he did get subbed off at a 6.5 rating, but we only went and won. And now all we need is 2 draws or 1 win from our remaining 2 games. We will hit 100 points. We are so far clear at the top. It's been a crazy year. Obviously, beating Leipzig in this next game would be great. And of course, as we march into the Champions League, we need to remember this exact fixture has played out in the previous round. And just as a little refresher, for those of you that didn't get to the end of last episode and didn't see this, this is what happened when Man City won the first leg 4-0. They lost the second leg 6-1. If this happens in our game here, I'm just going to assume Leipzig are cheating and using the in-game editor. There's no other way to explain it. Now, I suppose the good news for us is, in terms of team news, no injuries to speak of that are new, and the team is fully rested because I played the B team in that last game. It's kind of crazy that Falata is starting yet again up top, but his 5 goals and 3 assists at the Champions League kind of stage of the competition round, the knockouts, it kind of makes it impossible to ignore him. He was barely playing for me in the league stage. Now he might be our go-to striker. There's kind of a funny irony, isn't there, about the fact that in this universe, Newcastle have lost the Saudi owners and then this Saudi Wonderkid has appeared and just been absolutely immense up top. In terms of the rest of the team, it's the exact same team that played the last game. We're not Man City. We should not be losing this. Okay, Leipzig for this game going with, I think this is a 4-3-3. Either that or it's a 4-1-4-1, which is not a system you see much. It's hard to tell, actually, with the Champions League graphics. I'm going to assume that they're playing with kind of a V-shaped midfield, and indeed they are. I mean, 40 seconds in, imagine if we just score immediately. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Admittedly, Man City scored a goal in the away game when they lost 6-5. So, again, can't take it for granted. But based on how the first leg went, if we can just keep that level of performance going, we're going to be having a great time. Falata, crazy opportunity from point-blank range, saved by the goalie. A .72 XG chance wasted. We have now immediately got a corner. Kelechi whipping it in. Oh my word, that was a questionable defensive header. Wait, has he just given a handball? Have we just had... Is that a handball by the defender? VAR's checking it. Surely this is going to be given a handball penalty for that. Do you just have some days where you load up Football Manager and everything feels like it's going your way? That's me today. Faye buries it. It's 5-0. And it might just be done there. I mean, I'll be real with you. I don't remember the last time I saw a handball penalty. There wasn't one where kind of a player raises their hand in the box above their head. That was really bizarre. I'm not going to complain. We're 5-0 up. It should be game over now. At this point, part of me thinks, should we just go really defensive? But at the same time, I feel like we can get more goals. I don't know what the record is for Champions League goals in a campaign, but surely we're marching towards it right now. Daddario! It's 6-0. This is done, isn't it? I do feel like Mastalone and Daddario in the wing-back areas have been crazy. Obviously, they've got really good crossing, but they also chip in with goals. I mean, how about that for a little finish? Kelechi free kick shoots. Oh, can you imagine? Keeper saves it wide. Faye over the corner. We're 6-0. We are singing in the rain. Could we be singing even more? Not right now. I think actually we're singing in the rain. They're crying in pain. It's not looking good if you're a Leipzig fan. Although that's not good. Faye's injured. Is that a bit of karma for me showboating? You know what? We'll bring in... I was going to bring in Balaki. Now, you know what? Junjun Hwan is the man I'm bringing in. I mean, Faye has twisted his ankle 3 times this season. If he's twisted it a 4th time, given the fact he relies so much on his physicals and he is 30, it's a bit sad. It makes me a bit worried that he could retire early with all these kind of repeated injuries to his ankle. Let's hope it's not a twisted ankle, and let's hope it's not going to interrupt our groove or flow as we're on the attack again here. Mastalone, the left back, shoots, it's blocked, it falls to Sousa. It's 7-0. This is really awkward. This was not how today's episode was meant to play out. We are at the merciful stage where I'm not showing the replays of goals anymore, just for the sake of Leipzig fans watching at home. I feel like this is getting a bit traumatic. Imagine if we get another... Imagine. This team's bloody good that I've got, isn't it? What a team we've built. I'll tell you what, if we win this game, and I think we are going to win it at this point, although maybe there won't be a clean sheet, but if we now win this game this emphatically and then don't win in the final, it's going to be bloody embarrassing. The goal counts. It's 8-1. I mean, the start of a comeback? Maybe. Probably not. Although, please, stop it. Stop it. Imagine if they get another. There's still quite a lot of time left in this game. Whether or not there's time for 7 remains to be seen. And I'll tell you what, I wouldn't bet against us getting a few more goals here, although Junjun Hwan has lost it. Played inside. Penke shoots. Penke scores. It's offside. It won't count, thankfully. VAR, rule it out. The largest flag for it. We already know it's not going to count. It's still 8-1. This does sound like I'm being sarcastic. Since it went to 8-0, Leipzig are actually the team having all the chances now. Maega to Falanga. Rodrigo looking to maybe get a shot away at the edge of the box, but we shepherd them away well. I mean, even if they get one more back here, we're not going to panic just yet. But for our own sakes, I'd like to keep winning as emphatically as possible. Penke scored to make it 8-2. I think this might be the most simple team talk I've made all year in Football Manager. You've played well, lads. What else do you say in an away game like this? I mean, there is now a kickoff highlight. If they get another back, at what point do I panic? 8-5? I think 8-5 would be the point that I panic. At the moment, it's 8-2. I'm sure it's going to be fine. Please be fine. Big Donga. Maega. I don't like this. I don't like that. Okay. Everything's fine. I'm going to make some changes. You know what? Jeremy Everard on you come. Balaki on you come. And if there was ever a game to bring in Mark, I think this is the game. Mark, come on. I'm not taking him into a kind of regista role. I'm keeping him as a roaming playmaker so he gets forward. This might be the ultimate moment of nepotism in this save game. My son is now playing in a Champions League semi-final because we were 8-2 up. It's now 8-3. I mean, look, it's 8-3. Where's Mark? Find Mark on the pitch. There he is. Remember when he started his career in Singapore? Look at him now, losing the ball against Leipzig. They're on the attack here. Do I need to worry? No, everything's fine. Really, everything is fine. As a reminder, we were 4-0 up in this game on the night. It is now 4-3. Imagine if the first leg hadn't been as emphatic as it was. I'd be pooping bricks right now, wouldn't I? It would not be pleasant viewing. They're trying to play the ball out from the back. This resulted in a goal last game. I'd feel worried if I was them trying to do this again, but they are trying to do it again. We've won it well. Big Deli gives it back to Marco. Give it to Mark. Let Mark have a touch of the ball so we can all go wild in the crowd. Kelechi in behind. Shoots over. Right, you know what? You know, this might be shit. I'm putting Mark up front. We're going with 2 strikers here. Mark is going to advance forward. Big Deli, you're on your own at the back. I want to get Mark a goal in the Champions League. That is my objective now for the rest of this game. Admittedly, there's not that long left in it. There's 5 goals between the teams. I think it's safe to do this, but nothing is happening. It's a very Football Manager thing, isn't it? To go very attacking or more attacking and then just not get a goal for the rest of the game. That is what is playing out right here and now. Zanen for them is looking to bring it forward. Surely it's all in vain. Whipped in, back post. Don't love this. Don't. Is it off? Is it off? I think it's off. It's not going to count. They could have had 2 more goals in this game. I feel like I've had a bit of a jolly here, and the whimsiness of how this season's gone has got to my head. 2 minutes for Mark to get a goal. Why are they on the attack again? Stop it, Leipzig. I mean, we are still winning 4-3 on the night, so, we are still winning both legs, but I don't like this. They head it wide. End the game, please, referee. I've seen enough. And, well, very kindly, he has obliged. Look at that. Didn't quite bottle it like Man City did. We are into the final, and right now we don't know who we're going to play in the final as far as I'm aware, because I believe the other semi-final is played tomorrow. We get £10 million for playing in that round. Faye, sprained knee ligaments. He's not playing in the final then, is he? Right, who are we going to play in the other game? I'm going to mash continue here. PSG v Arsenal. You'd assume PSG will win, given the fact they're at home. They have won. Our opposition in the final are the only team to beat us so far this year in the competition. Now, admittedly, it was away from home, and it was still early doors in the league stage of the season, but the fact they did beat us is a little bit concerning. I mean, when you look at this trophy screen now, it's a little bit silly. We are on for 7 competition wins this year. Next episode, we are going to have the FA Cup final, and then straight after that, we're going to have the Champions League final for all the marbles to end the Journey Manager save game. I feel like that's a great way to start next week. One of the weirder Champions League semi-finals I've been involved in, but I hope you enjoyed it for what it was. A bit of a crazy one. Like I said, we're back next week. Appreciate the support so much on the series. Again, like I said earlier, if you got any ideas for the kind of content you'd like to see for the next month or so, alongside just the usual hype content, let me know. I kind of like the idea of doing some kind of rebuildy save games where we go back in old football managers. Maybe I'll try and win the Premier League with Ranieri's Leicester team, for example. If there's some scenarios like that I could do in old FMs, let me know which ones I should be doing down below. Besides that, I hope you guys have a lovely weekend. We'll be back on Monday to start the week with a bang. Until then, take things easy. It's me, Jack, and I'll talk to you in a bit. I'm out.